Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Fisher, Fisher. I'm the Deputy Chief of Police for the City of Louisville. All the resources I'm about to share with you are available on the City of Louisville's website at louisvilleco.gov/marshal-fire. The City of Louisville is still under a water boil order. Free bottled water distribution is available at the Library and Recreation Center today. Starting tomorrow, water distribution moves to the Recreation Center only. Thank you to all the volunteers who continue to help us distribute water. Their help is invaluable, and we sincerely appreciate all of you. Thank you. The city's water team is working 24/7 to restore safe drinking water to all Louisville residents, and we hope to have it back online by Sunday, January 9th. This is a tentative date, but Sunday, January 9th is what we're shooting for. There are food trucks all week offering complimentary food at the Recreation Center for those affected by the fire and for first responders. The Recreation Center, Police and Courts Building, and Golf Course remain closed to the public for the time being. The library, City Hall, and museum are open with regular hours. The library has computers, Wi-Fi, and printing facilities for those who need it. The Disaster Assistance Center in Lafayette is open 7 days a week, and the city has a presence there. If your property is in the hard closure area, you can collect your mail at the Louisville Post Office. And residents are encouraged to continue to sign up for city communications to receive updates. And again, more information is available at louisvilleco.gov/marshal-fire, or residents can also call 720-824-3100 with more questions. And I'll be happy to take a couple questions if you have any.
On the first day of the fire, you guys had other fires over in the county and other issues going on with semi-trailers being blown down. Can you kind of talk about the chaos that was going on, just how your resources were spread pretty thin?
Yeah, it was a trying event for all first responders, of course. The winds were in excess of 100 miles per hour, so that made it difficult not only for emergency response, but for people responding to the emergency and equipment. So, yeah, it was a fantastic challenge.
Did that pull resources away from responding to the Marshall Fire, or was it kind of difficult? I know both fires were on foothills, so I wonder if there's any confusion there.
No, we had all resources dedicated to the event as a whole, so as it was unfolding. Any other questions?
For Lewis? I have a question about the winds today. Yes. Not as strong, but strong winds today. What is different with what you're experiencing weather-wise today than what we saw last?
Well, I think just the intensity of the wind is a little bit different today. It is present. It is out there. We understand we have more snow coming in, but on Thursday those winds were in excess of 100 miles per hour, and we're not seeing that today, thankfully.
Are you able to answer any questions about just the fire response at the beginning and like how all of that was coordinated and how quickly which crews arrived and when?
I would have to refer you to the fire authorities for that. I really can't speak to that. All right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, I'm Gary Santfason. I'm the Disaster Recovery Manager for Boulder County, and I just want to give an update about the Disaster Assistance Center. First, I want to just make clear that the Disaster Assistance Center is a one-stop shop for everyone that was impacted by the fire. You don't have to be someone who just lost your home or what have you. Anyone who's been evacuated, whether you lost your home, whether it was partially damaged, whether you're a renter, this is a spot where you should be going to get services and let us know what you need. It's located at 1755 South Public Road in Lafayette. It's open from 9 to 7 every day. I want to also share the website, the recovery website that we've got running for resources. It's boco.org/marshal-fire. It's boco.org/marshal-fire. I want to also share some of the numbers and what we've seen at the DAC. FEMA's reporting 370 people have signed up and registered online. They have so far, and the first 3 days, 250 people have walked in and registered. The other part of the Disaster Assistance Center is comprised of volunteer organizations, county departments, state agencies, and we've seen over 150 people come in for those services. One of the things we really want to advocate is take your time. You don't need to hurry into the Disaster Assistance Center. You should be taking care of yourself and your family as number one priority. We're going to be open for a couple weeks, so again, take your time. The other thing I want to emphasize is there's more there than FEMA. There's a lot of other services. There's a lot of other opportunities for direct assistance, financial assistance, than just FEMA. The FEMA process is a time-consuming process where you have to register and go through a review process. One of the things that will speed up your review and application is to bring in your insurance declaration page. That's really what they look at in terms of your need. But again, please do go to the other side of the Disaster Assistance Center, because there are a lot of volunteer organizations that will help. There's financial assistance for everyone that was impacted by this fire. Lastly, there are insurance companies located in the parking lot there. That's another way for you to go and talk to a human being rather than doing your claim work online. So with that, I'll see if there's any questions.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Jocelyn Fankhauser, and I'm an emergency manager in Boulder County. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the volunteer and donation side of what's happening in the county. The message I'd like to convey is please do not bring your donations, your physical items, to any location within the county right now. We will be having a nonprofit setting up a donation site where you can drop all of those items off, where they'll be made free and available to anyone who is affected. But right now, we don't have that site set up. We don't have the ability to store those items. And it's causing some problems in some places. So just wait. That location will be advertised to everyone. If you would like to sign up to be a volunteer, go to coloradoresponds.org. You will sign up for a newsletter, and all available volunteer opportunities will be posted there. Many of the nonprofits that will be coming and helping people rebuild their homes will need volunteers. They just don't need them right now. Also wanted to note that at the Disaster Assistance Center, food is available. The partnership between the Salvation Army, the Red Cross, and the Southern Baptists are all providing food to anyone who wants to come. So if you are affected in the community and you want to just come and sit down and talk to your neighbor, come and get some food, attend the DAC inside, but know that that's available to you. I'm hoping that Operation Barbecue will be setting up for food as well in the near future. And that's my update for today. Any questions? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tatiana Hernandez. That's Tatiana. I'm the CEO of the Community Foundation Boulder County. First and foremost, I want to thank Sheriff Pelle, our community of first responders, and Boulder County staff for all you are doing and will continue to do to support our friends and neighbors. Our community is navigating an unimaginable tragedy right now. The care you're showing is a comfort. I also want to thank the tens of thousands of individuals, businesses, and foundations who have donated to the Boulder County Wildfire Fund. As of this morning, the fund has raised over $12 million from over 43,000 donors. On Sunday, our board approved a grant to Boulder County to begin immediately dispersing up to $5 million in direct financial assistance to those whose homes have been destroyed or damaged and are in financial need. The board also approved up to $500,000 in direct financial assistance to evacuees in need. Funds are being dispersed through the Disaster Assistance Center, as Gary mentioned, at 1755 South Public Road in Lafayette. We strongly encourage anyone affected to visit the DAC, regardless of whether you are in financial need or not. It is important for you to connect with Boulder County staff, whenever you can, so that we can, in partnership with them, better understand your needs, current and future. There are also incredibly helpful resources, as Gary mentioned, including representatives from all of the major insurance companies. United policyholders will be on site starting tomorrow, as well as FEMA. So please don't just go to the FEMA site, go to the other site. There are more resources there. We will continue to work in concert with our county partners, who will be our point of contact with individuals and families. The foundation is in the process of establishing an advisory committee that will make recommendations to our board on how funds will be spent moving forward. The committee will include representatives from Superior and Louisville and should be up and running by Friday. We will make the names of the advisory committee public as soon as they've been confirmed. We recognize there are immediate, short, and long-term needs from an event of this magnitude. The support approved by our board within 72 hours of the fire is just the beginning. Over the coming days, weeks, and months, we will work in partnership with the county and our nonprofit and business partners to identify needs, fill gaps, and expand on the support being provided through state and federal resources. The Community Foundation Boulder County has been this community's trusted philanthropic partner for 30 years. This is the 4th emergency fund we have activated in the last 2 years and the 6th in our organization's history. Our experience has taught us to work closely with organizations on the ground doing what they do best, while we focus on doing what we do best, which is raising philanthropic dollars to support the needs of the moment. The word philanthropy in Greek means the love of humanity. Tens of thousands of people have poured their love, their philanthropy, into us so that we can pour that love into you. We are committed and accountable to you, our community, and will be with you every step of the way as we rebuild. Thank you. I'll take any questions. Yeah.
So you said $5 million is the emergency approval from the board. How do residents go about applying for, and what is the max that any one person or family could receive immediately?
It's a great question. So again, please go to the DAC. We're working with our Boulder County partners to give everybody a one-stop shop rather than going in different places to apply for support. So as folks arrive at the DAC, there will be more information in terms of different availabilities of need based on family size and financial need. It varies.
So when people are being told they don't have to rush there,
Correct.
do they need to get there quicker than to be first in line for something like this?
Up to $5 million is available right now. This is just the beginning. No rush. Other questions?
I have a follow-up for the police chief.
Okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, Alice Jackson with Excel Energy. It is good to be with you again this afternoon. I'm here to update you on the status of the electric and the natural gas restoration. As I have over the past couple of days, I'll first start with the electric side of the business, and then I will move to the gas side of the business. I'm happy to say that we've made tremendous progress on both sides. From the electric side of the business, I am very happy to say that outside of the burn path, primary storm restoration wrapped up last night, and our electric emergency operations are complete in this area. Inside of the burn path, as I mentioned yesterday, we are going home to home, business to business, to identify which ones are able to retain and take electric service. At this point in time, we are complete with the assessment, and we have restored service to those that are outside of the evacuation areas, and they are able to retain and take service. For those that remain inside of the burn areas, or those that need restoration or other improvements made to the facilities in order to be able to take electric service, we will continue to, and we look forward to working with each of the individual residents and the businesses in order to restore that electric service to those customers. Thank you again to our customers and the communities for their patience as we've gone through this process over the past several days in restoration from the storm and the wildfires that occurred last week. Now moving over to the gas side. Once again, I am pleased to be here today to say that 10,000 of the 13,000 customers that were originally interrupted on gas service have been restored as of right now. It has been a pleasure to be able to work through the field and to collaborate with the communities and the customers to get the restoration done in an expeditious manner. We have roughly 700 crews in the field for the gas services today, and they continue to work through the neighborhoods and the homes and the areas that have been impacted to restore that gas service to those customers. We continue working very closely with the police and the fire department to work through the areas that are ready to relight, that are outside of the evacuation zones. As the evacuation areas continue to be lifted, we will work with those individual customers to restore service to those areas. Relights are ongoing in all of the identified regions, all 9 regions that we have been working through, and we have plenty of crews in those areas working to complete those. As I stated yesterday, relights start at approximately 7 a.m., and we continue knocking on doors and providing those services through roughly 10 o'clock in the evening. We are only able to relight a home or a business in the event that a customer of 18 years or older is located at that location, and we highly encourage our customers to make sure that they have their water services restored so that we can light the pilot lights in the hot water heaters for those customers when we come by. If someone is not at home, it's okay. We will leave a door hanger on your door that lets you know how to get a hold of us. And that phone number is on there for you to contact us at any time. We will send somebody to relight your home even if it's after the 10 p.m. or before the 7 a.m. time frame, if you are there and you are ready for us. We have completed an initial pass across all 9 regions at this point in time for gas restoration service, where evacuation orders have been lifted. So if you are in an area that you do not have an evacuation and you are home and you are ready for service to be restored and you don't have service as of right now and you are a customer, please contact us. The phone number we would like you to call is 1-800-895-2999. Once again, we have completed an initial pass across all 9 regions for gas relights where evacuation orders have been lifted. If your evacuation has been lifted and you are at home and ready for us to restore your gas service, please contact us at 1-800-895-2999. Last but certainly not least, our space heater handouts have continued into today, and they will continue through roughly 6 o'clock this evening at the single location of the YMCA in Lafayette. At this point in time, we've handed out just over 20,000 space heaters to our customers in order to help them through the process that we have here. We've had a number of customers who've come by and received space heaters ask if they should return them so that others can use them. You do not need to do that at this point in time, but thank you so much for your generosity and for looking out for your fellow neighbors and friends. And last, but certainly not least as well, a continued thank you to the community partnerships for the patience of our customers and our community leaders as we've worked through this restoration process. It has been truly a pleasure to collaborate with the various emergency responders, and we look forward to continuing to support these communities as they rebuild to continue to survive as well as thrive. Thank you very much.
I actually have a question for you. I'm going to try to keep this on your side of what you can talk about.
Sure,
And I know the sheriff has said there was no down power.
that's correct.
I'm wondering, has Excel ever received in the last, since the fire, or prior to the fire, any reports of concern about power lines sparking, or have your crews found any evidence from the poles and lines that are up that there is something amiss?
We have not found any indication at this point in time in the area, but of course we partner with the Sheriff's Department and we work with them through the process, and they are the ones who will report on the ignition event of the fire. Any other questions?
I just have one question for this. I don't know if you can provide, what can you provide as far as an update of the missing people? Are there still missing individuals? What's the progress on that?
For the city of Louisville, we do not have any missing individuals.
And are you able to speak to any of the other, do you have knowledge about the other?
I don't. For Superior or the Marshall area or unincorporated Boulder County, I'd refer you to the sheriff's office for that
And
information.
there's no one here currently from that, right? The Sheriff's Department? No. Okay.
Thank you.